You can't take one of these on the go, man. You gotta have power. Portable power. Portable power. Portable power. Speaking of portable power, the Game Boy turns 30 this summer. Not only do I find it amazing, it makes me feel kind of old, actually. But it's still really cool. So happy birthday, Game Boy. Happy birthday to you, Game Boy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Game Boy. Happy birthday to you. Now go play some games. And for a special Game Boy series video, let's talk about Game Boy memories. Like I said in the very first episode of the Game Boy series, the hardware episode, I talked about how I got introduced to the Game Boy. It wasn't by a commercial, and it wasn't by going to the store and seeing it. At least that I recall. I got introduced to the Game Boy by my friend Qua on a camping trip. He brought 3 Game Boy games and his Game Boy. He had Tetris. Don't remember playing that too much. But he also had Double Dragon, the Game Boy version. Now, I loved Double Dragon in the arcade, and I loved Double Dragon on the NES, so I couldn't wait to play Double Dragon on the Game Boy. So I was playing it, and I was amazed.
There was even a Game Boy version. It's very similar to the NES version. Unlike the NES game where you had to level up by getting all the power-ups, you had them already, like the arcade game. Some of the jumps are a little bit more troublesome because of Game Boy slowdown. It makes jumping an issue.
He also brought Superstars of Wrestling, so you gotta play Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and several other wrestlers. We played that one quite a bit too. Honestly, besides Qua, I don't remember anyone else who really had a Game Boy till like several years later. Now, I didn't get a Game Boy till the mid-90s when I was a little older. But of course, I tracked down a couple of those games that Qua brought, like Double Dragon and Superstars of Wrestling. I had to relive the games that first influenced me so much in getting the Game Boy. And I also had to get Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge, and also got Mega Man 2. Speaking of Dr. Wily's Revenge, it's actually a game I bought about 7 different times. I lost it 3 times or mysteriously vanished for some reason, and I sold it 3 times, and the last time I got it, it came with a bundle with a stack of other Game Boy games. Dr. Wily's Revenge sure had a revenge in my pocketbook because I bought that game more than any other game. My favorite game that I picked up for the Game Boy was 6 Golden Coins. Not only is it my favorite Mario game, it's probably my favorite Game Boy game. At least in my top 10 favorite games of all time. I can't get enough of 6 Golden Coins. And honestly, it's a game I played quite a bit. Love that game. Great game. And to be honest with you, I didn't really play the Game Boy till the summertime. I brought it out for camping trips, and it got a lot of playtime during road trips and camping trips. I would beat Dr. Wily's Revenge or Mega Man 2 or 6 Golden Coins. Heck, I even beat Mega Man 5 on my way to college. Speaking of Mega Man 5, I'm not going to speak of too much on that game. It's an awesome game, but I'm not going to talk about it till way down in the Game Boy series. I can't forget that Game Boy commercial with the knight and they're playing the link cable and they're battling. Always loved the 90s Nintendo commercials.
Now you're playing with power, portable power.
I had a job at Stream, and one of the things I did was play games in between internet ads. And I played a lot of Game Boy games. I had a Game Boy Advance, I had advanced games, but I also brought in some black and white Game Boy games. And I played them almost for a whole year. I got paid to play video games. It's the reason why I made the Game Boy series. I felt the system didn't get a lot of love, and I felt it was important to talk about the games and the system itself. I'm glad to hear that there's a lot more Game Boy collectors out there. And it's harder to get the games because they're little tiny guys and they get lost, and the NES cards are a little bigger. But people out there try to collect Game Boy boxes, it's really hard because the boxes are even harder to find than NES boxes. I mean, just the games playing for the Game Boy series like Kirby and playing, Kid Dracula. Some of these games got reintroduced, some of them are brand new experiences for me. And there'll be memories I remember down the line, so maybe in 30 years I can go, hey, I remember when I was doing my Game Boy series. What else can I say about the Game Boy? It dominated the competition, and it put Nintendo on the map of permanence for the handheld market. No one could touch it. One of the greatest handheld systems of all time. I might not play the hardware anymore, but I still play the games. Sorry, Game Boy, I know you turned 30, but you still mean a lot to me. What memories do you have of the Game Boy? Do you have some really awesome ones? Well, comment below. Well, guys, talk to you soon. Should we tell him that his family line is dead? I don't think so. It's his special day. Happy birthday to you, Game Boy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Game Boy. Happy birthday to you. Now go play some games.